Hello, welcome back to Steak Insanity. I'm David, and this is my channel about my carnivore diet adventure. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll notice that I'm in a different location tonight. I'm actually on the road. I'm traveling. I have a conference tomorrow in Manchester that I have to go to, so I'm staying at a hotel. And I did a short earlier today talking about, being prepared for going on trips and going to things like conferences and traveling, and kind of how to prepare for that. Like, I brought some things along that I knew. For example, I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat on the train. I knew they weren't going to really have anything that I could have, and that would be my lunchtime. So I brought some snacks and some other things that I knew that I could eat. But anyway, it's going okay so far. Haven't had anything that's really off the diet, so that's been successful. I haven't checked in a couple of days on my weight or anything like that, so I think it was time to do that. So let me just pull it up here. So I think the last time I checked in, I was at 97 kilos. I've dipped down a little bit, and then I've gone back up. So I'm at the same weight that I was on the 1st of the month, which is okay, actually, because a couple of reasons. Number one, I think I mentioned that I was starting weight training again. And number two, I've started taking creatine also to go with that. And the reason I want to take creatine is I really want to get back into doing some heavy weights and stuff like that. So that's going to help with the working out. It's also going to mean that I am going to retain more fluid just in my muscles, because that's one of the side effects of creatine. So I'm not so worried about the number of the weight. What's been interesting is that my body fat has pretty much stayed the same, and I'm expecting that to start going down. And look, I've had 2 workouts. I haven't built any muscle yet. So it's going to take me a few months before I'm actually really putting on enough muscle to start burning extra fat. But a lot of the side effects of doing the weight training should be positive and should help with the weight loss and that sort of thing. Again, I'm kind of not focused on that so much anymore. I've lost nearly 12 pounds, I guess, and I'm pretty happy with that. I still have some that I would like to lose, but again, that's kind of not the focus now. I'm trying to get back into working on other things. So anyway, I've had sort of in the last 3 or 4 days, I've averaged actually really good. I've averaged nearly like 9,000 steps every day. My caloric intake has gone up as well. So with the weight training, I have upped my calories that I'm having every day, because I also realize that I'm not going to build any muscle if I'm running in a deficit. So I'm trying to eat more. What I'm finding is that I think naturally that's coming along, and it seems like I'm a little bit hungrier, which is helping. Plus, I'm also back on carnivore diet, so I can have things like eggs. Eggs, yes. So the eggs really help, and it's in the UK anyway, it's really easy to find a place that will do like bacon and eggs and stuff like that for breakfast. Lion diet is much more difficult because people don't really, it's not as easy to get like a steak here as it is in the US. It's not a thing as much. And when you do get it, it's super expensive. So, so being able to have bacon and eggs is massive for me. For example, when I go down in the morning, I can go down in the morning to the hotel. I can have, 4 or 5 eggs. I can have 4 or 5 pieces of bacon. I can really kind of get stuck in and really fill myself up. And then I won't really need to eat probably until my evening meal. I do have some snacks for tomorrow as well. So when I go to the event, I'm pretty sure that the food that they're going to have isn't going to be suitable. And unfortunately, where the location is, there's not really anything convenient just outside either. So I'm actually glad that I brought a couple things with me to be able to snack on. And if you're wondering, I do like pork scratchings and that kind of stuff, which I find actually really, it's quite salty, but it's really high in fat. It's got a lot of calories in it, and it actually satiates me quite well. So if I just have a little bit of that, that'll be enough to get me through the day. When I'm on my way back to the station, I can stop somewhere like a McDonald's, just get a double quarter pounder, bin all the stuff on it, and just eat the meat. And again, that'll tide me over until I get home. On the liquid front, hot water and water all day. So one of the things that you need to do with creatine is you need to drink more water, and you need to make sure that you really stay hydrated. So that's something I've been focusing on as well. So you probably can't see it, but there's like 2 or 3 bottles of water back there on the counter. And I've been drinking hot water, which is a totally different drink, as well. So I have a kettle to make some hot water when I want those hot drinks. So funnily enough, I've actually been drinking less tea and coffee now than I did probably when I was doing Lion Diet, when I shouldn't have been drinking it at all. And I'm cutting down on milk, and by drinking more and more water, then that's better. I might have a tiny bit of milk in maybe my first coffee of the day. I do like to get up in the morning and have a bit of coffee, and then that kind of sets me off, and then I just have water the rest of the day. And it's decaf. I don't drink caffeine anymore either, because I just find I think if I start drinking caffeine again, then I'm just gonna get back on that grind. So I think that's pretty much everything for the update at the moment. Yeah, the things I've been talking about, I'm just going to crack on with, really getting back into doing the weights. The other thing I think that the creatine, sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place today, so I apologize, but I think one of the other things that the creatine is helping with is it's already cut my recovery time in half. And one of the things, I was reading a bit about creatine before I started it. The stuff I take doesn't have any carbs in it. It doesn't have anything. It's just pure creatine. So I don't think it's doing anything for the diet aspect, but it's, for particularly men over the age of 50, if you're working out and stuff, it's really important for you to supplement with creatine, because it's something that we don't have as much of as we get older. And so that's been quite good to, and I think that's helping with the recovery. So the way you do it is you're only supposed to take 5 milligrams a day, basically, on your maintenance. Once you're kind of into it, you just need 5 grams. I'm not sure. Grams, 5 grams a day, I think. Anyway, I'll maybe mention it the next time I do a video, but I think it's 5 milligrams. So you have 5 milligrams is all you need. And what they suggest is, generally, when you start taking it, though, you do 1 week of 20 milligrams a day, which sort of gets you saturated with it. And then from that point, then you do 5 a day. I don't know why. Everything I've read pretty much says to do it that way. So I'm not doing 20. I'm doing 15, because 20 just feels like a lot. But anyway, it's already working. I've been doing it for 4 days now, and my recovery time just from the stuff that I've been doing is way, way better. It was taking me ages to recover from like a heavy leg workout or something. Like, I was hobbling around for days, and now I feel more like I used to, and it's a 2-day recovery. So I can work out. I'm sore the next day. I'm really sore the second day. And then the third day, I'm fine and I'm ready to go again. So I think the creatine is really helping with that. And the creatine itself doesn't do anything. It doesn't really help you build muscle. It just helps you repair faster, make sure that your muscles are full of water, so that it can help repair better as well. It just means you can work more intensely and you can recover faster, so you can make gains quicker. I think that's the idea behind it. So we're going to see. This month was all about getting back into weight training, doing a little bit of cardio. So I am still doing 15, 20 minutes of cardio, slow zone 2 cardio. I don't want to stress my body too much at the minute. I'll probably do one long cardio day still a week, and I'll just do a slow 5K or something, just to kind of keep the stamina in there. But I think it's going to balance out. So I've focused too long, I think, since 2018, really the end of 2018, I focused almost exclusively on cardio and running and all that, really haven't lifted weights seriously. So I really want to dedicate the rest of this year to really trying to up my strength to build some muscle again and see how that has an impact. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Unfortunately, there's no gym in the hotel, and I made the executive decision that today was an off day anyway, and I just thought I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I'm realistically not going to get up early enough in the morning to then try and go and seek out a gym somewhere in Manchester and then make it back to do the event and all that. So I'm just going to have today and then tomorrow off. I'll also be traveling. It's like 4 hours to get from my house to Manchester as well, and I've got to change trains a couple of times, so it's a huge pain in the ass. So anyway, Thursday, today's Tuesday, Thursday, I'll be back in the gym like normal. I'll be lifting again, and then we'll get back to normal. So anyway, that's pretty much my update for today. And sorry for waffling all over the place. I wasn't kind of I was less prepared than I normally am. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. If you've made it this far and this is the first time you've visited the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you know other people who are doing carnivore diet or some sort of a ketovore, I don't know, Atkins, whatever, yeah, please give them a referral and come let them, hopefully they'll come and check it out. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys later. Bye.